Okay, so there's a lot of news to cover, but let's talk about the first news that is really headlines all over the place. And that's with NGT48 member Maho, which her full name is Yamaguchi Maho. And basically, if you want to hear a long version of this, you can go ahead and check out my other video that I did on Slope Club with the other members, and basically going in depth on the situation and claiming our opinions on it and what we think about it. She went to the police and she went with management, and she found out who the member was that leaked her information, her phone number, her address, her parents' address. But I'll basically give a little bit of a synopsis. There is an article down below which you can check out. Please share it so everyone else can know and do something about this situation, because as it is right now, it seems like it's spreading. Maybe it needs to go to more influencers, maybe more famous people, people who have a lot of followers in order for this to spread more. But as it is right now, it seems like nothing is really going to happen from management's side, because they've kind of been pushing other members to say sorry for all the stuff that's happening instead of them coming out and doing something about it. So things are a little risky there. People are starting to spread rumors about certain members being involved, and one person in particular being involved that is leaking information from other groups, being like the core center of this. A whole bunch of things being speculated, and really this needs to be spread out so management can do something about it. So if you know anyone who maybe has a little bit more influential power, then maybe go ahead and send it to them, and maybe we can help spread this and actually come to a conflict for this justice for Maho. But basically this whole situation happened 1 month ago where she got assaulted. There was 2 people involved, and basically they grabbed her by the face, pinned her down, all that assault basically. So she went to the police with management and the people were released. So then she told management, and then management was like, all right, we'll deal with this. A month passed by, they didn't say anything, they kept it under wraps. So Maho was very, as we all would be, very concerned. So she went to showroom, they cut her off on showroom, didn't let her stream anymore, cut off her mobame, which is the personal messages that the members actually send to the fans. They cut her off from that. So what she had to do, go to Twitter, privatize it, and release tweets about everything that happened to her last month and how management has done nothing. And she is very concerned for her fellow Team G members. So as the situation is, management has not really said anything official other than we'll give him some whistles or some bells for security, which, as another member said, Sashihara Rino, which is the most popular member in all of AKB48, said that that isn't enough, that they have to do more. What they've done from here to back then was not the right thing. They've done every wrong step, and we've seen it. Us fans have seen all the wrong steps that they've done, putting other members in to say sorry. Yamaguchi herself apologized in front of their anniversary live performance, where she said basically sorry for causing trouble for everything, and people really did not like that. I think that is what started all this. Other than her actually saying it and management not doing anything, that was like the nail in the coffin for everyone to start getting mad, especially because she's the victim here and they're making her apologize. Like, that isn't right. And then other big members have come out saying, oh, sorry for all the stuff that's been happening. It's like, no, it took Sashi to come forward and say, no, something's wrong here, as well as other ex-members like Kita Harariya, who used to be the leader for NGT48, saying something's wrong here. And basically, this is the situation we're in. Again, we don't know if we'll ever find out the 100% truth, but I think something needs to be done about this. Now, it might need other influential powers, or it might need a push from someone, but we just have to help spread the news, the correct news, and be able to get this out in order for there to be some justice. Now let's go a little bit more into a chippier mood with SKEBingo, which is the show that, as we all know, the bingos, there's AKBingo, there's Nogibingo, KEBingo, and this time they're going to do SKEBingo, and the host for this is actually Sanshiro, who have worked with them before. I was hoping it would be Okubo's team, but it is not that duo, it is this duo. So we just have to wait and see exactly how it is. But if you're curious about how this will turn out, then you can go ahead and watch it on Nippon TV the 22nd of January. Next up is STU48 with their second single, and they actually revealed the covers for this single. If you look at the pictures, they're actually very landscapey in the sense of, like, it uses the environment to accompany the portrait and add more details in it. I think they're fairly nice. I don't know if they're exactly like cover material. There's a couple that I like Type D regular edition kind of frames itself nicely. We also have Type A of the regular edition, which I actually like. It's like the whole angle things and leading lines. And I like Type C limited edition. I feel like the composition of the members with everything else in the background works really well. And that will be for the single Kazao Matsu for the date of February 3rd. If you're ever curious about who the best singer in AKB48 is, well, it seems like we now have a decision because they did a competition recently, and the winner is group's SKE48 member Nojima Kano, who has been deemed the best singer thanks to this competition. There was other people in the runnings, of course. I haven't seen this live program which was aired, so I have to go ahead and watch this, but apparently it was by a far margin that she won, so I'd definitely check this out if I were you and see exactly how good she did compared to the other members who competed as well. Next up, we have an unfortunate graduation announcement from Kojima Mako. I don't know, it's the timing with the whole NGT thing, or if it's just like everything combined together, but this is super sad by itself, and now all of it together makes it even more sad. Like the timing of this, I don't know if it was on purpose. Again, that might be conspiracy theory kind of stuff, but it is very sad to see Kojima Mako go. Such a great member, and I'm sure you can all agree that she has some charm to her that you liked from her. It's been 7 years since she joined the group, and it's been a good run. I'm sure you'll do fine in the future, of course. She's gonna be fine. She's gonna be fine. Everyone wish her luck, and if you're an Oshi of her, then go ahead and follow her on her journey afterwards to see how well she does. Next up, let's go to graduated members, starting off with our favorite Kawaei Rina, who's in 2 different commercials. First one is for Ginza, Calla, which is a hair removal salon, and the second one is for Car Sensor, which is a used car website. She's doing so well for herself. I mean, like, when I went to Japan, she was all over the place. She was in the trains, she was in the billboards, she was on the advertisement papers on the side, she was even in magazines that like had nothing to do with her, and like there was like stands, and then she'd be all over the place. This girl is seriously doing really well, and I can say really proud of where she came from up till now and just continuing on being a success. Next up, we have Watanabe Mayu, who's going to be part of the JAL Marathon in Honolulu. And there's actually a little trailer for it, which you can check out down below. And basically, she's doing this because she is the ambassador for this. So if you want to watch this, you can go ahead and watch it January 14th, and it'll be available on TBS. I think it'll be on their YouTube channel from this article. Next up, we have Wasamin Iwasa Misaki, and she has a brand new music video out. This girl, always doing great with her songs. Her singing is great. If you haven't checked that out, check it out if you want to hear some great singing. But this will be for her 8th single called Koi no Owari Sangenjaya. So again, if you're interested in like this more enka style song and her singing, which is the main appeal of it, go ahead and check it out down below. Next up is Matsui Rena, who is going to release a book. This will be a collection of short fiction, and it's basically her releasing it. It is called Camouflage. This will be released the 5th of April. So if you're curious and can read some Japanese, then maybe you can go ahead and check it out. But it's basically works that she's done in the past, as well as 3 brand new ones. So if you're curious, again, you can go ahead and check it out. Next, let's go to the 46 series with Nogizaka46 being in a brand new Baito commercial. This one has a lot to do with Ash and some to do with Mayan. If you watched all the commercials, I have a link for all the commercials back to back. Go ahead and check it out. I mean, Baitos are always good commercials with the ka thing. I think it's pretty entertaining, and just seeing the members do all this different kind of stuff like interrupting karaoke and stuff like that. Definitely check that out. Highly recommend it to check that out. Next up is a commercial for Nogikoi, which is Nogizaka46's mobile game, which you can go ahead and check out. You might have to download the APK from a Japanese site, but that's a little bit different. This commercial involves my Oshimen, Shiraishimai, as well as one of my favorite members, Ikuta Erika, being in there together. There's wedding involved, there's not Ferris wheels, the carousel thing. Go ahead and check it out if you're curious about this. Nogikoi commercials are always really well done, so I really recommend it. Next up, we have the Nogizaka46 members that celebrated their coming of age ceremony for the year 2019. We have Ito Juna, Suzuki Ayane, Terara Ranze, Saito Asuka, Umezawa Minami, Sasaki Kotoko, Tamura Mayu, which is the brand new 4th gen, and we have Watamaya, who was not able to participate with everyone else, but she did participate elsewhere because she had a scheduling conflict with another job that she had. I think it was a stage play. So congratulations to them. If you don't know what the coming of age ceremony is, it is when the people turn 20, which means an adult in Japan. And there's a certain cutoff date, so not everyone is year 2019. There's some from 2018 to 2019. I forget when the date is, but it's a mix of the people inside of those dates, which are these members right here. Next up is Shiraishi Mai, who is in a SoftBank commercial. Congratulations, Shiraishi Mai. This commercial is actually pretty entertaining. Whoever thought of this idea is really good, and the casting is pretty good. I mean, of course, Shiraishi Mai is there, so... Anyway, this commercial is basically like a post-apocalyptic world where everyone still uses Wi-Fi. It's a pretty interesting concept, and there's a twist at the end, so go ahead and watch the links down below. Next up, and last bit of news is with Kobayashi Yui, who will release her brand new photobook, her first photobook. Excited to see this. And this is actually shot in England, and we get to see all of the England sites and everything with Kobayashi Yui in it. This is the photographer who shot her for the group photobook. If you don't know that and you haven't picked one up yet, go ahead and pick it up. It's a great photobook. It's like 21 photobooks in one, so no reason not to get it. This photobook comes out the 13th of March, and actually I have a link down below where you can buy it. So if you're interested to see Kobayashi Yui in England with the same photographer from the group photobook, then go ahead and pre-order it. And that does it all for the news. Again, please share those articles. Any article you see about Mahon, share it to whoever you know, and especially share it to people with a lot of influence, whether that's a lot of followers, a lot of subscribers, stuff like that, because that way people will be able to get more visibility out there, and maybe something can happen with management, and if not management, then basically the fans, in order to do something, because then they'll see that impact. Because really, they'll see the impact when a lot of big people start talking about it and they have to do something about it, like influential people, or when they start losing profit. That's mainly when they're going to do something, because as it is right now, they're probably not going to do anything unless we do something about it. And us in the international community can be seen as like, really we can't do anything, but really we can help spread it a little bit more, spreading the truth, spreading the positivity. Again, spread the positivity, the truth about this Mahon situation, and hopefully they can do something about it. So we can only support and let other people rumor. They might make connections that might be true, and they might make connections that are false. Again, we don't know, because we don't know, and maybe we'll never know the 100% truth. But we can bring this up and make them do something about it. So again, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and leave your comments down below about what you thought about this. And go ahead and leave a like if you enjoyed it, all of that. Follow me on Twitter for more updates on the situation with Mahon, as well as other stuff. And as I say every single week, thank you all for watching.